Ken and Trish have long been the couple that everyone in Huntsville quietly admired, calm, collected, and seemingly above the drama that's engulfed others around them. They weren't flashy, but their stability spoke volumes. Or so we thought, because behind those curated Instagram posts, polished appearances, and soft smiles, something deeper was unraveling. Insiders are now whispering that the cracks in their foundation aren't just forming, they're spreading. Recently, Ken has seemed emotionally checked out. During group outings, he's present but distant, quiet, distracted, often fading into the background. Meanwhile, Trish is doing what she does best, keeping up appearances, smiling through it, deflecting questions. But even the strongest masks slip eventually. And at one private, off-camera dinner, Trish couldn't ignore it anymore. She confronted Ken, asking the question every viewer has probably been asking too. What's really going on? She was looking for comfort, maybe even reassurance. But what Ken gave her instead, it shook her. And the audience, Ken admitted, he wasn't tired of her, but he was exhausted from pretending, from carrying the weight of expectations, from holding everything together when, inside, he was falling apart. It wasn't loud, it wasn't dramatic, but that quiet honesty hit harder than any outburst ever could. In that moment, they both had to face it. Their marriage wasn't just going through a rough patch, it was standing on a ledge. But while that emotional storm played out behind closed doors, another one was brewing elsewhere. And this one, it was ready to explode. On the surface, Letitia, Kimmi, and Nell were giving picture-perfect unity, laughs, poses, sisterhood. But off camera, there were missed calls, shady whispers, and a whole lot of tension bubbling beneath the surface. It all began with what seemed like a harmless comment. Nell noticed something off between Ken and Trish and shared it privately with Kimmi. Kimmi took it as genuine concern, but when Letitia got wind of it, she heard something very different. To her, it felt like criticism, maybe even betrayal. And just like that, a spark turned into a wildfire. Letitia confronted Nell, expecting honesty. What she walked into instead was an emotional minefield. Kimmi tried to step in as mediator, but it backfired. Letitia felt cornered, like two women she trusted were suddenly forming an alliance behind her back. Tensions escalated so fast that production had to stop filming. That's right, it got that serious. That night marked a shift. Everyone in the room felt it. Letitia approached Nell first, her voice low but sharp, the kind of calm that signals danger. Kimmi, ever the diplomat, tried to cool things down, but it only added fuel. Every word, every pause, every glance was laced with tension. Nell insisted she meant no harm, but once emotions take over, good intentions don't matter. The aftermath, total chaos. Letitia was the first to walk out, fuming, blindsided, and heartbroken. Kimmi stayed behind, pacing, visibly shaken, and Nell, usually the voice of reason. She broke down in private, devastated that a single comment had turned into such a deep wound. While the women were trying to untangle their emotions, the men were having their own conversation. And let's just say, the room was divided. Some felt like the ladies were overreacting. Others believed these issues had been building up for months, and a few hinted that grudges had been simmering long before this night ever began. Then came the twist no one saw coming. Rumors started swirling that an unexpected cast member publicly took sides. That single act detonated across social media, setting fans ablaze and shaking up loyalties. And right in the middle of it all, Ken and Trish quietly left the building. But this wasn't just a quiet exit, it was a statement. Trish stood near the passenger door, stoic and still. Ken lingered by his, searching for the words he'd been avoiding. And when he finally looked at her and said, "I don't know if we're okay anymore," the silence that followed said everything. It wasn't a breakup, but it also wasn't a vow to fix what was broken. That silence? It was the sound of a marriage in freefall. Fans online went into a frenzy. The clip went viral, speculation exploded. And then, just when you thought it couldn't get messier, Kimmi dropped a bombshell. Marcelo cheating exposed. For weeks, fans had sensed it. The distance, the tension, the missing pieces, but no one had the receipts. Until Kimmi spoke. Known for being fair, level-headed, and loyal, Her decision to finally speak up shattered the illusion. All those happy photos, perfect appearances, couple goals, now just smoke and mirrors, and we're only getting started.